right now. I don't remember what I got, up or down.
Up or down.
I have 400 right now. Megabits.
Let's see. Download, I got, well, that's faster than 100, but as far as the scale goes, I'm getting 105 right now.
What?
Megabits. and then upload, I'm getting 12 megabits per second.
That's not bad.
Jago, I think we're live, bro.
Yeah, we're live.
Today's topic is about Jago's internet.
Welcome to the internet chat.
Should I cut that out for the download?
Nah, fuck it. Keep it going. Alright, what's up, peeps? Your ears do not deceive you. Yes, UKDazarus is hosting the BG4G Hubcast. Yes. Big mistake on your part, fellas. Anyway, Jago, baby.
Yes. I'm here.
Ready.
Ready.
Yeah.
And I'll second that.
Yeah. Oh, it feels like the DAZCAST already. How fucking cool is that? Yeah. Right, guys. It's not going to be a serious show. We're just going to have a fucking laugh, talk about a couple of things and that. Get to know the guys a bit better for newcomers. So we'll go with intros first, and we'll go with Thom Wilde. How's it going, bro?
Hello, Daz. Hello, everybody. Yes, that's going all right, you know. Yeah. Well, not too bad. What? Yeah, what? No, I haven't prepared at all. I have no idea.
I am.
Oh, that's all right then. No, just really looking forward to this. Just, you know, chilling for a Sunday evening for us, morning for a few of you. And yeah, let's get going.
Nice.
Midday for me.
Jago, who asked you to speak? I haven't come to you yet.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, yeah. Hey, next we have Maskedmayhemuk. How's it going, bro?
At ease, yeah, it's good. It's good, man. Good. I'm happy to have. Well, what am I happy for?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck it.
You're still waiting for Stubbs' prize.
Yeah, no, you're supposed to be getting that.
everyone gets that.
I'm sending it to everyone because I don't want it.
Hold on. Before we get onto that, obviously Elite's doing his own quiz in 2 weeks' time. Do you think the prize will still be Stubbs' penis then?
It has to be, dude.
Yeah, it'd have had time to enlarge it.
No, it'd be his own stubby.
He needs to change his avatar to a big Stubbs' penis for an entire month.
Stubbs, he's in the chat because he's going to be screwing that we're talking about his cock again.
He said, Stubbs, I'm just kidding, buddy.
He said,
oh, yeah, no, I'm happy to be on the DAZCAST and happy you took over the Hubcast. There you go.
Nice. Sweet. Next, we have my one of my co-hosts from the DAZCAST, Jeepers Creepers. How's it going, man?
It's going fucking fantastic.
That's a good dancer. I like it. Yeah, man.
Fucking
what
hot out there in Cal.
Is it?
Huh?
Is it fucking hot? Is it? Is it as well?
It's fucking hot. I got my AC going. Fucking just chilling. Ready?
You've been doing any Chivo? Yeah, you've been doing any Chivo hunting lately.
I've been slacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got a little discouraged because my Xbox has been screwing me over. I got screwed out of 700 points on the first day. I don't know what the problem is.
It's just they didn't.
Yeah, no, it shows that I got them. Like it shows that it in my achievements that I got them, but it didn't go towards my total. So I was like, what the fuck? And so I was
that's got to unlock sometime, that's sure.
Well, I hope so. So I said, fuck it. I need to get some more. I'll hit him up later.
Yeah.
I'm ahead of you, though, guys.
Yeah, we will be. We will be. But I haven't been playing it much apart from started yesterday back on it. I've got like 2,500, something like that. Couple of easy games. You know.
Well, I saw that you were ahead of me, and I was like, fuck that. So I had to apply stuff. Go get some more. Now that if you have 2,500, then you're ahead of me. So I'll have to take care of that after this.
Yeah, so I've got a few easy 1,000 games to keep it going. So we'll race each other. Nice.
Yeah, I'll get 10,000 again if I have to.
Yeah, I won't because I can't be fucked. You know what I mean? Yeah, all right, cool. All right, next, my other co-host from the DAZCAST. Let's welcome Jago, baby. How's it going, bro?
I'm good, brother. Good. Got my beer specifically for this podcast. Normally don't start this early, but I got my beer. I'm in here with a bunch of cool ass motherfuckers in this podcast that's ready to talk about some smoking or whatever the hell we get into today.
I will not be smoking live on the camera because we don't want this one getting sucked down.
Oh,
no. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Next, first time I've actually had the pleasure of podcasting with. I'd like to welcome Centurion. How's it going, bro?
Oh, not too bad, man. It's actually really good to meet all you guys. I've been listening to you guys a lot at work, laughing at all the fun you guys have on your podcast, and now I'm excited to be part of the fun.
Nice. Mine's not normally the slurcast at the end of my show, but yeah. I have to watch it back the next day because I can't remember what I fucking said.
But just in case anybody didn't know, I don't get to drink with you guys. It's like literally, what is it? Yeah, it's 11:42 in the morning.
Whew. Nice. So 20 to 8 at night. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Sweet. Right, before we get into anything, we'll just have a little get together. I thought we'd do a little retro, like, sort of topic, maybe not a topic, but it's a discussion. What we all started on back in the day and shit like that. You know what I mean? And what game stands out for you on the system of your choice? First, we'll go with Tommy, baby.
Ooh, what are we doing? We're like a reminiscing period right now.
Yes. What got you started? What was your first console and shit like that?
Well, as maybe you may know, that I am actually fairly young. But no, for me, it was a Nintendo 64. I was about 4 when, if not about, I was 4 when we started because I got older siblings, my brother and sister. And my first game was 007 GoldenEye multiplayer.
Nice, good one.
Wow.
Oh, literally the amount of times a normal innocent game, slaps only, of course, turns into a real life game of slaps only. Fuck me, it's too many. The fights were ridiculous. Oh, I mean, it was really hurt because I was the tiniest one at the time, so my ass got kicked multiple times. But when you look back at it, it was like, yes, this got me going and shaped me into the man I am now. Yeah, but no, Nintendo 64. GoldenEye's my first my first ever game. Probably has to be one of my favorites as well. But yeah,
nice.
I think that's an all right start.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I love Diddy Kong Racing on the 64. I am Whizpig champ. I'll tell you. Reverse as well, mirror and normal. No one can beat me on that. I'll tell you. What else did I like on the fucking 64? F-Zero, like that was pretty cool. Mario Kart, but of course, yeah, but it was too slow. I thought.
Do you think they'll do a mini version of it, like they done with the SNES and NES and all that?
Yeah, they can.
I think they have to. They have to. Yeah.
Yes, the talk of it. Isn't it?
I thought they had actually filed a patent for that, something like a couple months ago or 4 or 5 months ago. Didn't anybody hear that or see that? Ever talk about it?
I've been hearing rumblings and rumors about a mini 64, and I hope it takes cartridges so that way you can go and get games like Diddy Kong Racing and actually play them.
I can on my PC because the DAZCAST don't condone emulators. Isn't that right, Jago? You know,
no, we don't condone emulators. No,
but the free, and the safe space. You know. Cool. What about you, Masky baby? What was your first console?
Actually, my first console was a bit of a hand-me-down. I had an Atari.
So nice. I played
Pong. What, 2600? 100.
Yeah, and then I went on to a Spectrum ZX81. That was my true console.
Nice.
And probably the first game was Invaders and then RoboCop. I loved that game. RoboCop in 82, 83, I think.
My dad was 12 then. Oh, God.
Sorry, what?
When you said 82, when you said 82, it was like, Jesus Christ, my dad was 12.
And you were just barely an itch and a sniff, weren't you?
Exactly. I wasn't even.
His brothers and sisters are splattered all over the bedroom wall.
Yeah, none of them were even alive then.
Or in a sock.
Yes.
Oh.
Even inside out.
His dad was
Yeah,
12. Come on.
What else
Yeah,
do you do?
so that
What
was
else do you do when you're 12?
What?
Play RoboCop.
Play Robo.
With
Yeah,
one
but you
hand.
didn't have the internet back then, so you had to use like Victoria's
Your
Secret
imagination.
The
Wait till the
log.
Sunday ads.
All the top shelf.
Yeah.
The top shelf. Oh my god.
With 3D glasses.
There was a 10 pence pick a mix and a nick from a top shelf. There you go.
Yeah.
That was my
Didn't get
childhood.
that in a Kinder Surprise, did you? You know. All right, cool. All right, creepy baby. What's your first start in gaming?
Atari 2600.
Awesome.
My mom used to game on that little thing, that horrible Pac-Man that was on there.
Yeah, Pac-Man didn't even turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just go straight up.
But I always tried to play the Pitfall, and damn, I didn't get past that one little part where you're trying to swing over the alligators.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, I was like 3 when I was playing that thing.
I wasn't that young when I started. I was too busy trying to pick up a fork and eat. You know, I couldn't even, couldn't even hold the control pad. I don't think there was any in that day. I am like 45. So 44. Fucking, I'm a year older than I think. Shit.
And then my buddy had his dad had a ColecoVision, and after I played that thing, I was like, "Fuck the Atari, this thing's bad." The ColecoVision was sick, and then after that, I got a Nintendo right when it came out, and from there, every other console except the Xbox 360. I got one, but never really played it.
Yeah, I didn't after the ring of death about 3-4 times. I give up. You know.
Yep.
But okay, nice one. Jago, baby, I know I've answered, but we've had this discussion before. But we'll go again.
My first console I ever played on was the Atari 2600. That was my uncle's, and I didn't get to play it much, but that's my first introduction into the console gaming. I think I was 7 or 8, playing that shitty Pac-Man and Pitfall and Frogger and all those asteroids. And but my very first console that I got, it was mine at the house, was the Sega Master System. Started with Sega. And of course it came with Hang On and Safari Hunt. That's
the one I had.
Yeah, played the fuck out of that thing, all those games, until I figured out how to swindle my mom and dad into start buying me more games. And then I kind of went directly from that to the Genesis and Altered Beasts and all that, and thought it was cool as shit because you could actually plug in headphones to it.
That light gun was crap on Safari Hunt. I had it right next to the TV that still won't shoot the bloody dog.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. And then I collected the NES and Super NES, had those when they came out, and I mean, I just from then it snowballed. Playing the Atari just snowballed my love cemented my love for video games, and I just had to have every console. I had to think Nintendo 64 when it came out. I think I was I don't remember, was it 95 when that thing came out? Or 93? So I was like 15, 16. And I had KI Gold on it, because I'd seen or played KI at the time. I might have been older. I can't remember when the
KI Gold. I remember that. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on the Xbox, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, I got it now. Well, it's actually KI Gold. It was just KI2, but they called it Gold for some strange fucking reason. But yeah, I've had most consoles known to man since then.
Me too.
3DO. Shit. That was one of my favorite consoles, but a lot of people didn't buy it because it was so damn expensive.
Sparky's Sparky Link on Twitter's got a 3DO. He still got it. He had a picture up a few weeks ago, didn't he? I don't know if you saw it.
I missed it, but there were some good games on it. But I mean, I've had every PlayStation when it came out. I've had every Xbox as soon as it came out. And I dropped Nintendo like a fucking hot potato after the GameCube. I'm sorry.
I liked GameCube.
I only had Resident Evil 4. So the only reason I bought it because I think that was the first place you could play it.
I was hardcore. I had Harry Potter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have a saying, and I'm sure people have heard it. I grew up with Nintendo, but Nintendo didn't grow up with me. So,
yeah,
That's a fact, man.
Yeah, but my favorite retro console is the SNES, Jago. That's in an actual console, not a computer.
If you're talking about old console, I'm a Sega guy, but the SNES was better. I mean, because it did release later, and so. But I have to say, it's probably if I'm gonna play Nintendo games, it's gonna be on the SNES. Yeah, that's where I'd go. Yep.
Cool, nice one. All right, Centurion, bro. What about you? What got you into gaming? What was your favorite console?
Oh, well, for some reason I was born in '86, so now Thom Wilde has made me feel like I'm older than dirt.
Tom,
you are very welcome.
I bet I'm the oldest SWAT here.
So my dad, for some reason, thought that he could start me out on an Atari, but my grandparents, I guess, felt sorry for me and got me an actual Nintendo. And so I grew up on classics like the original Zelda and the original Mario. But my actual first console that I fell in love with, I would have to say the 64. I bought a Nintendo. I got them to buy me a Nintendo 64 specifically for Zelda Ocarina of Time. I could not stop playing that game as a kid. And then it's kind of funny to hear people talk about the GameCube because I got a GameCube. I never got the PS1. And I enjoyed the GameCube. Does anybody remember the game Eternal Darkness?
Yeah.
That game was sick. Loved
that game was fun, man, and it really screwed with you too.
I actually still own it.
That game right there, they need to, if they were to remaster that game and put it on any console, it would totally blow people's minds, especially when the cockroach runs across their screen. Does anybody know about the cockroach in the screen thing on that game?
I think I've seen it.
I don't remember.
When the game had an insanity meter, and as you would go insane, it would start making you hallucinate. And one of the hallucinations was a real-life, full-blown cockroach that would run across the inside of your screen. Because we all remember how tube televisions were back in the day. They're just a giant glass tube. Yeah. And they made it to where you could see the bottom of the cockroach, like all the legs and different parts of its body. They made it look so realistic that they had a problem with people actually throwing stuff at their televition to get rid of the cockroach.
Damn.
So a few people actually broke their TVs.
You need that nowadays.
Oh, God, yeah.
I think I remember.
But no,
I've asked for a replacement.
Well, they had to put a warning label
money
on the game. They had to put a warning label inside with the game to warn people that there was going to be stuff like that popping up and that it was part of the game.
Yeah, warning, don't throw bricks at your TV. Yeah, it's not real. Yeah.
But no, I've played on the Dreamcast, but then I officially became what I would call hardcore during the Xbox 360. Luckily, I never red ringed out, and I had an actual original Xbox 360. But I have a friend who red ringed out like 3 or 4 times. He got it so many times that his gamer tag to this day is still broke again. Like he named his gamer tag broke again.
It's funny you say this, Centurion. I had a Red Day 1 362, and I actually got it, but it was like 5 years into the cycle of the 360 that I had. So I was like, damn it, I've actually got it, but it took this long. So then I went and had it fixed, and I still have that 360 now.
Yeah, mine I bought literally a few months before they started putting HDMI ports on the back of them. I was so annoyed because everybody had these HDMI Xbox 360s and I'm still using composite. So I remember trading it in and upgrading to one that had an HDMI port on it.
Damn.
Yeah, I gave up with 360 after 3 of them.
Yeah, that was crazy. People, like you said, you got 4 red rings. I was like, holy shit, people. I mean, I got lucky, I guess, with mine.
I've never had one. Am I doing something wrong?
I never did.
Didn't play it enough.
I've never had a red ring.
Mine never did.
Like,
mine.
Funny part is, I
wrapping that shit up. Weren't people wrapping that shit up in like towels and then using like hair dryers on it to fix them and stuff like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, the premise behind that was what was causing the red ring is your graphics chip. The graphics chip was getting too hot, and what it is if you it's soldered in place, so the solder would crackle, and people would get them super hot to actually try to get the solder to soften back up and actually form those cracks back together.
Yeah.
Anyone seen Indy's comment in the chat?
You shouldn't stick chilies up your bum then.
Hey,
For a red ring of death.
I put them up somewhere else, but not my ass.
Yeah, let's not talk about putting things up our ass.
Yeah, no Legos.
Stubbs might get excited.
I'm still having Lego nightmares.
Yes.
I do apologize about that.
The funny part about the Red Ring of Death, though, is I never got it, but I did it to a PS3. PS3 had the exact same problem, and it was called the Yellow Light of Death.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I never got it. I bet I never got that though on any PS3.
With PS3, when the console was in standby mode, the light was red. When it was on, the light was green. When both lights came on, it created a yellow hue. And I will never forget the night I was playing a game, and all of a sudden it just shut down, and this yellow light starts flashing, and I'm like, what the hell is that? I didn't even know it can make that color. And I went on the internet and started reading, and it's called a Y-load, and it was all yellow light of like, get the hell out. And it turns out it was the same problem as the Xbox 360. The solder to the graphics chip got so hot that it crackled. And so that's how I burned up my original PlayStation 3, was it overheated and the graphics chip messed up.
I wonder if they were using the same manufacturer or something like that, or the same products.
Well, if we look at what's going on with consoles today, like, I'm not knocking it, but they're all made in China. They say 95% of all the consoles come from China. So they're probably all using the same manufacturers to build these consoles.
Yeah.
I guarantee you they are.
Bastards.
Solder.
Yeah, as long as mine don't fuck up, I'll be happy. Yeah, Stinky Baby says the PS3 had HDMI port.
That's, you know what? And I guess I was lucky. I mean, I guess calling the console failing's lucky one time, but that's the only console I've ever owned, I ever had quit on me, was my original 360. Every other console I've ever owned has never died. My OG Xbox, I still got it, and it still works.
Yeah, my cousin's got my OG one. It was a silver one. It got all the emulators on it and shit.
Yeah, I still have one that's modded. It's got like 60 games on it.
I'm sure you guys went through this too. The only thing I had go wrong, not really a problem with the console, was they sent me a wire, a new plug where you plugged it into the wall. That they said something about the wire that came with it, the AC wire that came with it would cause overheating or something, might catch fire. So Microsoft sent me a new plug to replace it. But that's it.
The power pack.
Yeah, the power. Yeah,
the brick.
Well, it does have a brick. I don't remember.
No, they didn't have a brick.
It was called. Well, sorry, the power brick was a thing during the Xbox 360.
Yeah,
no,
that would.
I thought you were talking about the.
I'm talking about the OG Xbox.
Yeah, the OG one didn't have one.
It didn't have a power brick.
I was gonna say, because my power brick, because I still got my Xbox 360 for Christ knows how long I've had it for. It decided to blow up last year.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. No, the original Xbox didn't have a power brick. I guess something was wrong with the initial cord, so they sent me a replacement for free. But nothing ever happened to the console itself. It still works.
Oh, that's nice of them.
I cooked the hard drive in my original Xbox One X Scorpio. Luckily, Microsoft, in their good graces, actually got me another Scorpio edition Xbox One X. But yeah, it sucked. The hard drive totally fried in it.
Well, that's why you don't stick it on the stove, Creeper.
Well, you gotta be pretty fucking stupid if you do that, you know.
Well, don't get me started with Twitter. People out there breaking Xboxes because
that's doing my fucking head in already.
Twitter's fake, man. It's not real. Don't pay any attention to it.
None of us are real either on Twitter. This is all imagination. We're only real when we're on a podcast.
I realize I only post stuff that is positive, and that's why I don't post much stuff on there.
I post a load of shit on my Shedcast tweets.
Yeah, but like I'm looking at, I only post positive things. So like, hey, good job or whatever. I'm not that negative of a person, so I don't have much negative stuff to say.
I try to keep it that way, but here lately I'm like, fuck it.
You get triggered.
Oh my god! Don't make me watch the fucking news, dude. Oh my god!
You just stay off the news, man.
Oh god! That's why I don't fuck the news.
Nice. Anyway, what?
I wouldn't have known there was an earthquake in California if it weren't for Twitter.
Yeah, I don't even watch TV. Yeah, I got a clue. You know what I mean?
You know, I felt the first one. I didn't feel the big one, but I was sleeping, so I must have slept through it.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
What? You know, anyway, yeah, my not a console, but a computer. Mine has to be the Commodore 64, as a lot of peeps already know. You know what I mean? Because I grew up with the likes of Ghouls and Ghosts and shit like that. So Paperboy, all that sort of stuff.
Oh, Paperboy.
I remember
that game.
Good shit.
Yeah, it's like the first computer I ever went on was a 2600, like some of you guys, but that was my cousin's. You know what I mean? So the actual first computer I got was a Commodore 64.
What does a Texas Instruments does that count as a computer?
Oh my god!
What?
Calculator.
Oh yeah, the calculator.
No,
you used to be able to hack those little things, dude.
No. They actually had it was like a computer that played games too back in the day. My hat was TI something. It was silver. It was like an actual metal outside housing. Yeah, like Texas Instruments something. Yeah, I had Space Invaders for it.
Really? Do you remember word processors? They were like typewriters with screens.
No, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and if you put them upside down, you could type boobies.
Yeah, no. They actually had like an orange monochrome screen. My sister had one like early 90s, and it had Tetris on it, and I thought it was the coolest thing. I was like, this thing's amazing. That's pretty bad tech now.
Yeah,
I built my first ever PC, and it was an IBM 128. I'd got the parts from my dad's company. They were throwing them out. He worked for a merchant bank, and they were throwing them away. They used to buy PCs and then throw them away, and they were upgrading. So I took a PC, some hard drives, and the hard drive was 128 meg, and was literally, it was the size of a shoebox. And that was the hard drive, and I built my first one.
Oh, 128 megs, not that bad. Back then, mine was 33 megabytes.
Hey, Creeper, it was the Texas Instruments home computer 994A. My dad had one.
That's awesome. So I'm assuming that computer was like a 286 or something.
I have no clue. I was like 8 playing the motherfucker. It came out in 1980, I think, something like that.
Oh no, then it would be like, I don't even think the
TI 994A is a home computer released in June 1981 in the United States at a price of $525.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been Intel.
Mm-mm.
Sweet.
There's a picture right here of it playing Space Invaders too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Space Invaders. There's a lot of different. There's a lot of different versions of Space Invaders on the Xbox at the moment, and PS4 and Switch. You know, if you look into them, all the indie games. You know, anyway, I've got a little bit of a rant about YouTube copyright claims. You know what I mean? Obviously, I understand why I got booted off the other week, but still, you know what I mean? It's like Stubbs in chat. It's just put a Gears video out, and you got a copyright claim on it straight away. You know, it just got some in-game music. I've had it also, and it's like you can't even fart while you're making a video these days because they just claim you straight away. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
It's just their algorithm. You know, it's obviously very efficient at what it does, but they say you could actually just email them, and that a lot of times that you'll win your dispute.
I didn't win mine.
No,
what was exactly involved with yours? I didn't really know what you were talking about.
Weed.
What was the spam? What is spam on YouTube?
Yeah, I did. I was spamming out Jitsi, the new replacement.
Oh yeah.
They classify, don't they? They classify it as video spamming if you advertise anything that takes your viewers off to give personal details away on a potentially unsecure site. It's not validated. So just even if you say you're going somewhere, then it does it. But because it was repeatedly said, They classified it as video spamming.
So we'll only say it once on this one, but you know, but yeah, I also was smoking a joint live on camera.
So by me actually telling people that I have a website, that could be considered spamming?
If you continue to say it and offer stuff. So I think it was because the wording last time was go here and then join. And because of that, it classified it as spamming.
So can you actually say the name of the website then?
Oh yeah, you can, but you just can't tell everybody to go there and join it and sign up and come back. It was a misinterpretation of what Daz and Creeper were saying on the live stream.
So what happens if you tell them to go somewhere that's not real? So obviously it was called Jitsi, but if we say Jizzy, so you
yeah, I said that a lot.
BG4G's now going to get a copyright claim for video spamming because you just sent everyone to go and find some random porn site.
Yes,
I'm going to give that one. That's quite cool.
We're also going to
gentlemen listening. Please do not go and look up Jizzy.
Wait, you didn't expect to make any money off this, anyways, did you?
Oh no. No, I ain't even hit 1,000 views.
No, I meant, you know, you expected to get a copyright strike off this, right?
Not really. No.
I mean, it's us.
I do go pretty. I do go pretty extreme on the DAZCAST, so I didn't think no of it. Maybe if I tick the 18 plus, I might have only got the one for the Jizzy. You know what I mean? But,
that's a good idea. I might go and do that after this podcast.
Yeah, you might want to do it.
Yeah. Actually, this hasn't been that bad.
No, this hasn't been that bad.
Oh no, this is mild compared to some that I do. You know, but yeah, it just seems to take the piss. Even if you're playing a game with its own music in, they still have you for it, which I think takes the piss.
But what if you got a voiceover? Could it still? It's
only if it's playing in the background, so the algorithm picks it up. You can disrupt it a little bit with voice, but it doesn't always.
I would have assumed that if you've got your voice over it, then that's not the main focus point of the audio really. So I thought that would actually counter that. But if it's just picks it up, say in the background, then that's pretty shitty.
Yeah, I did the review a couple of weeks ago, and as I recorded it, because I did my voiceover on my phone, and for some reason it only went through one channel. It's like one side, not both ears.
Oh yeah,
sort of thing. So I had the game music and my voice on one side, and that gave me a claim just for that as well, because it wasn't in both ears. Which is a bit weird.
Oh, Indy.
What's he saying?
Have a look.
Yes. Yeah. Where is he? Learn life you can do. Say something. What? Yeah. Am I looking further up or down?
One of the most recent ones. Anyway, so Stubbs goes, "What if Google is scared of a rival?" And then Indy goes, "Stubbs, no Stubbs. Learn life, and then you can say something."
What?
No, that's all it is. He's right. Google's they're scared of it. That's the way I would look at it too. You're advertising a rival platform on our platform. Go fuck yourself.
Hit that 18 plus. Let's go. Yeah. What's your thoughts, since you're in? Because you do a lot of YouTube, like so.
What was your question? Sorry, I was looking at the
What are
chat
your
myself.
thoughts on Jizzy?
What's your thoughts on copyright claims and what we're limited and what we can do on them? Do you think it's getting outrageous or not like it used to be?
Yeah, it's getting outrageous, man. I remember when YouTube was a place to actually go and have some fun. Like kind of like some of the videos that Mayhem makes. He said that he was getting copyright claims before he even opened them up to the public.
But I knew that was going to happen anyway, because obviously they're full of music. So straight away.
It's kind of like so hearing these stories, like when I do, like if you kind of notice with my Crash Bandicoot review, the actual Crash Bandicoot in-game music was literally in the video for less than 30 seconds. From that point, it was a royalty-free piece of music in the background of the video, just because I try to cut out as much of the original audio from a lot of the content I use. just so that way it kind of, you know, knock on wood, it kind of goes under the radar that they don't pick up on it right away. I've only had one claim since I've started, and it wasn't even really a claim. It was they demonetized an unmonetized video. Basically, I'm not allowed to ever monetize off of it because the piece of music I used, I forgot to put the artist in the description, and so the artist kind of hit the video up and put his own thing on it to basically say, hey, I can advertise in this video if I want. But it was like the second YouTube video I had ever done in my life, and I was like, you ain't gonna get very many people clicking on that one, so you can have it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So if I put the artist's name in the description, I might get away with it.
Well, with copyright free music and royalty free music, technically it is, you know, you're able to do that because the algorithm doesn't pick up on it because of what it is. But the person who does control the music does have rules behind the music. They want you to put the artist name, sometimes the actual channel, like No Copyright Nation actually wants the channel also listed as well. So basically you got to put the channel, the artist, and the track name. And generally they just leave you alone from that point because you're just basically kind of promoting for them because you're bringing more people to their channel to use their music.
Nice. I didn't know that. You know, it's like in the early days when I first started, well, not that long ago really, but you could have up to 30 seconds of anything. I think that's changed now as well. Because I used to like make intros and stuff, and as long as it was under 30 seconds, it was all right. But I've made intros not long ago and tried to put them up, and it still put a claim up, even like the 15 seconds or something.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
That's YouTube's algorithm becoming extremely efficient because, like, their algorithm is almost on the scale of an artificial intelligence now.
Yeah. So we've got to be very careful what we do. You know, and text the fucking piss. Another thing, like, say that we're on the topic of YouTube and your channel, Centurion, you did a video a couple of days ago about the Game Pass. Is it like destroying the retail industry, especially with Xbox One exclusives? You know what I mean? As they're free to play in Game Pass and what have you. So I thought I'd bring this up. It's like, I reckon it will have an effect on the gaming shelves in the shops with exclusives, especially because you're not going to go out and buy them if you subscribe to Game Pass, unless you're a collector or something. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So if you want to run through your video a bit, Centurion, tell us what your thoughts are on it.
I could really see that it's going to affect retail, definitely. The funny part is a lot of the articles that were done on it were actually over there with you guys in the UK. The UK retailers are a little bit more outspoken than the US retailers because there's not really too many like independently owned game retailers here in the States because GameStop,
there isn't.
Walmart, Best Buy, everybody, you know, the big
There's
chain.
not many in the UK these days.
I was going to say, you're very lucky to find a few independent ones, at least from what I've seen.
But yeah, so according to the independent ones, a lot of them have already discontinued the sale of Xbox first party studios. And then like I was in GameStop this weekend, and a lot of the titles that they that are in Game Pass are either in the bargain bin or they just don't exist. It's kind of like they liquidate their stock as soon as something goes into Game Pass.
Wow.
And that, well, yeah, because, you know, like look at Metro Exodus right now. It's in Game Pass right now. But if you go into Best Buy or Walmart, they're going to ask anywhere from $50 to $60 for that title. Yeah, you're not going to have a lot of people leap on that. They either got to be unaware that it's in Game Pass, or they just don't have the internet capabilities needed to download that game in any kind of I want to say comfortable, you know, who wants to spend, because I remember when I put Destiny 1 in once, it took like 10 hours for the download.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, because it was downloading everything. So yeah, there's some people that have internet issues, and so they would probably be like, yeah, I'll just go buy the game. But definitely it's affecting retail, but the other side of it is developers are kind of starting to speak out about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the one guy from oh my god, I forget who it was, but he was the CEO of a game that did Surviving Mars and I believe it was City Skylines or something like that. Like Sims games that you go in and you spend hundreds of thousands of hours playing this game. And so obviously we don't know how Game Pass works. With different subscription services, it can be based on how many downloads your product gets, how many hours it's played. There's a lot of things that could go in. And apparently, from what it sounds like, Microsoft just kind of gives you a lump sum. They don't go off of downloads or hours played. They just give you a lump sum.
I was going to say that. Wasn't he bitching about after he made the deal with Microsoft to put his game on Game Pass, whatever game it was now, I don't remember like you, but he was bitching that he basically didn't get enough money for the deal.
Yeah, they put it in. They put City Skylines in first, and that's when they noted. That's when they realized that they basically kind of got the, excuse the expression, shitty into the stick, because of the fact that they didn't realize that many people were going to play the game. And but for some reason they didn't complain right away. They put Surviving Mars in Game Pass as well. And then obviously this dude left the company, and now he's being vocal about how that they felt like they didn't get paid enough because his excuse was, we don't make the average game that somebody plays for 20-30 hours and it's a one and done. We make a game that people can play thousands of hours, and we need to be paid on that. And it's just like, well, maybe you should have thought about that in a negotiation. And so he's making the argument that, people who jump in bed with Game Pass right now need to worry about what Game Pass is going to look like in about 2 to 3 years. Because they're like, what happens if Microsoft starts cutting everybody off because all their first party studios are creating bangers and they no longer need us third party studios or the smaller guys to basically put filler in the Game Pass. It's going to, basically cut us off. And so they're worried about the long term. But the guys that are complaining about it are very few and far between. A lot of developers are happy with Game Pass. They're actually referring to it as a fair service.
True.
Well, I can tell you right offhand that I'm not buying Gears 5 Day 1 or Halo Infinite because I got Ultimate Game Pass. And if there's an Ultimate Edition, why the fuck would I go buy it? And I'm a physical guy, so that tells you something.
Well, there's your mindset. Exactly.
It works incredibly well for the consumers.
Right. Yes. I did the same thing though. I didn't when Horizon 4 came out. Now keep in mind they didn't have Game Pass Ultimate, but when Horizon 4 came out, I played it in Game Pass.
Me too.
And then when Black Friday came around, I literally bought the Ultimate Edition for half price.
Well, that's what I told my girl. I was like, "Look, I'm a physical guy like Noof." Shout out to Noof.
Yeah, she knows that, Jago. She knows that.
I told her, I was like, "Look, and this is weird for me because I'm not used to not actually buying a Gears game day one because I bought them all day one. Hell, I got the Gears 4 Xbox One S for Christ's sake, the special edition. But I was like, look, I paid $1 for Ultimate Game Pass, and I have Gold and Game Pass, which is Ultimate, till June 9th, 2022. So that means I get every Xbox game first party in Ultimate Game Pass day one. And with Ultimate, if it's the Ultimate version, you get to play it like a few days early. I said, I'll play Gears when it comes out on Game Pass and Halo and whatever else they throw in there. And then I'll wait till the next year when I can get it for like $20 or something, or maybe a year and a half, pick it up on a cheap physical copy. So, I mean, and that aspect, it is going to hurt retailers even more. Yeah,
I want to get Tom's opinion on it because he's got to go in about 15 minutes. So
in about 10 minutes, I'll be signing off. But no, I mean, everything that Centurion has said is I completely agree with. But the whole fact is that if they're bitching, complaining with the fact that they aren't satisfied with what they're getting, then they really should have considered that whilst negotiating to have their products on Game Pass. Whether they do get cut off, whether they don't, that's all up in the sky at the minute right now. But yeah, no, for independent and smaller game distributors, it is a shame. It's a damning thing. But I'm afraid that's the way it probably is going. I mean, digital itself is taking over, let alone Game Pass for the whole subscription. Not just subscription-based services, but digital downloads. They are coming in extremely heavy nowadays. I'm buying more games digitally than I am buying the case, and I've just put in the chat that I am going to miss the whole fresh new smell of a disc and a case thing. But
me too.
Well, that's just probably me. At least it's not. At least I'm not the only one who's weird and takes a good sniff.
No, it's a good sniff. No.
Remember the smell of that new Nintendo? Well, you wouldn't, but
Did you used to sniff cartridges as well?
Got a good whiff. I used to blow on the cartridges to try to get them to work. I don't think I did anything though. I was gonna say,
would you like playing a cartridge for about an hour, then taking it out when it's hot, then giving it?
Yeah. Has anybody seen the GIF with Nintendo floating around on Twitter, basically saying, "I've been blowing Nintendo since day one"?
But no, Andy Mack actually made a very good point in the chat. He said Blockbuster died because of digital download, like the whole
Blockbusters died because of DAZCAST. You know what I mean? I used to fucking do a lot of copied stuff.
Blockbuster was given the chance to buy Netflix.
That was a big mistake from them.
Yeah, they were literally given the chance to buy Netflix, and they were like, "Oh, people aren't going to stream their stuff. We don't want that."
What was the final coffin in Blockbuster's coffin? Was Redbox. Remember that? You know what I'm talking about? Where you can go rent it at the kiosk outside the store.
Definitely. Yeah, because dude, you could go to the grocery store, get your groceries, do whatever you need to do, and then get a movie. You don't got to go to a whole nother business.
Nope.
Yeah, but
I've never used Redbox.
I don't
know how to use the machine.
It's not hard. You just throw your debit card in there. You pick what you want. You pay for it, and it spits out the disc. Same thing. Remember, Blockbuster tried their own version of that with the Blockbuster kiosk. You ever see those? Yeah. It was too late at that point.
I do miss printing games.
Yeah, I don't get into collecting games because we all know, like, nowadays they put the fine print in the bottom that says at any time the developer can turn this game off, even if you own the physical disc.
Yeah.
But I collect physical media when it comes to movies because I'm a 4K nut, and you got to own. You got to go straight to the source when you're wanting to watch a proper 4K movie. So I very rarely watch a 4K. I rented, like I said, Captain Marvel, but that's just because I'm a cheap bastard. Don't want to go to the movie theater. Watched it, but if I want to get the true 4K experience, you'll go buy the disc. That's how I am. Yeah. I've got like probably 800-900 discs that I'm staring at right now.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah, I've been collecting for a few years.
I had like 400 DVDs, and now they just sit in the garage because there's nothing I can do with them. That's when I gave up collecting DVDs. I was like, this is stupid because now the technology's old. It looks like shit, and I can stream all this.
I got a VHS collection sitting around.
I still have VHSs lying around the house somewhere.
No, I meant like a VHS collection. I mean, like
no, collection. VHS was cool because you could tape everything off HBO and shit. And,
then you could put some solid tape over it and tape over it again.
Yeah, exactly.
That was good shit, that. What about you, Creeper? What do you reckon?
I think the whole debate is stupid, personally.
Yeah.
I mean, who hasn't seen this coming? I mean, with Netflix, the way it took over everything, I knew that gaming was going to go this way. I've been telling people forever that this is how it's going to this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, the writing was on the wall.
Yeah, it's like, hello, hello, McFly.
do you think we've got another 1 or 2 generations before physical dies out totally?
I think we got one more generation. That's it.
Yeah.
You mean the one that's coming up, or you think?
Yeah.
Or you mean one that's after? Maybe one after this next.
No, the one that's coming up, and that's it.
What the hell happened after that then? Just full blown streaming.
Just streaming, dude.
Oh,
streaming,
God,
that's it.
That's gonna be so sad.
Well, you know what? Too. Look, I only play a game once, anyways. Me personally. You know what I mean? And then I'm done with it. What the fuck do I want to keep it for, anyways?
Yeah, you can't exactly go to any game and sell it back, can you? Like
exactly. And there are options for digital as far as selling them. And I know it sounds funny, but there are options. There's blockchain. I know that sounds funny, but what it is you sell your digital shit. It sounds weird, but you can do it because it registers who owns it and then sells it. So you would have like a store, like World of Warcraft. Remember, if you played that, they had the auction or whatever they had.
My friends at it. I'm vaguely familiar with it. Yeah.
Well, you would basically have a GameStop, a digital GameStop. You'd auction off your games, but it would transfer. The license would transfer to other people through blockchain.
Sell the key to the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's an option for people who are really, if they want to go that way.
I can tell you, once the consoles go away, I'm not gaming on PC. I've never done it. Gives a two flying fucks to game on PC, honestly.
Hey, I'm actually playing Gears Ultimate at the moment on PC.
once actual consoles go away, I'll be done gaming. I'm not streaming shit.
I gamed on PC since the 80s. When you had the point and click, when you used to have to type in the shit, dude. Like Carmen, pick up the fucking.
Where in the world was Carmen San Diego?
No, that was Apple II, dude. You know what I mean, dude? Fucking Math Blaster and what is that? Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail. I'm just a stubborn bastard.
What the fuck's Oregon Trail?
It's a game.
It's a game.
Oregon Trail. That's on Jizzy.com, I
think. Oregon Trail, man. That's a classic that you had to play in
school.
Yeah.
Yeah, they considered it almost like educational when I was
educational. I played on a green and black screen.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, monochrome. We didn't have color back then.
Making sex jokes here, or is this an actual?
No, it's a game.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ, black screen.
Back in the day, I would go to early computer labs, and they would sit me down in front of these huge brick computers.
Apple II.
Yeah, and they would they considered Oregon Trail like a teaching tool.
That and Carmen San Diego.
Yeah.
That too.
Oh, Carmen San Diego. I did.
Does anybody not know what the Oregon Trail is in real life?
It's in Oregon, I'm assuming.
You can actually still buy the little mini Oregon Trail games.
That basically when America was still, riding around on horseback and carriages.
Yeah.
People wanted to settle out west, and the only way to get here was through a trail called the actual Oregon Trail. Yep. But not too many people survived the trip because that was the whole premise of the game, was trying to survive the trip. You had to
like supplies, and you would get attacked in the game, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would. It's kind of like State of Decay is now, but instead of zombies, man, you had to worry about bears and wolves and
winter,
all the other stuff, people catching diarrhea.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh my god, no, I think I know what you're on about now. Yeah, fuck me. Yeah, you're like a horse and carriage type thing.
Yeah,
no, I know. I just didn't know it was called Oregon Trail.
I've got to Google this shit.
I think I caught syphilis.
Google Oregon Trail.
Hey, that's the first time school forced me to play video games on a computer.
And you loved it.
I did, but I was like, I got my console at home. As long as I was gaming in school, I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go to computer lab.
Oh, dude, everybody got excited when it's like, we're going to the computer lab today. Yes.
Yes.
Fucking Oregon
If you want to really call those computers.
Hey, Daz, I might have some easy achievements, bro.
What? Yeah, slippery. I bet the slippery ones as well. You know what I mean? What about you, Mask? What do you reckon? Do you think it's on its way out?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I agree with everyone. It is on its way out. The retail side of things. It's not only just the digital downloads. Obviously, we've got this whole environmental shit going on as well, isn't it? So they don't want to be producing this shit in plastic. So they want to take the plastic away and just make it, just make it all digital.
Well, they've already got holes in the middle of the CD, so they ain't got all. It's not a full.
Just need to make the hole bigger, don't they?
Yes. Won't go into that.
Exclusively at Jizzy.com.
Sounds. Oh yeah, it reminds me of Sausage Party.
Hello.
My whole thing with the digital over physical is I went and picked up Enslaved Odyssey to the West for $5 at GameStop like 3 weeks ago, and on the Xbox store it was $15 fucking. I was like, no, you'd be stupid to go buy the digital copy when you go pick up the physical for $5. I hate that, dude. If they want more people to adopt digital, they've got to be more consumer friendly when it comes to digital prices because you're cutting out the fucking middleman anyway.
I completely agree with you on that. I mean, the digital prices are extremely sky high. In my personal experience.
Yeah,
I wait till sales.
Yeah, sales. They do some pretty good sales digitally sometimes.
Oh, of course. But I mean, like, if you want to buy something just when it's not on a sale, it's like
not on sale. Yes. Yep.
Indy knows this. My wallet is empty whenever so I tell him every time. We both talk about it all the time how we go broke whenever there's a sale, especially with on the indie sales. Those are easy achievements.
Yeah, mom.
Anyway,
I'm an achievement whore.
On that note of whoring and everything, I am afraid I'm going to have to depart, gentlemen. Thank you ever so much for having me on here. It's been an experience, shall we say?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you again. Very quickly before I sign out, I'm going to try this week. I'm actually going to get all the Hubcasts on the BG4G and make them downloadable on like iTunes and Spotify and everything like that. So it's easier. Say if you're at work, so you don't have to stream it or whatever you want to do. It's just it's a different approach. Anyway, thank you ever so much, and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of the show. Don't talk trash about me because I will be listening.
We won't.
Yeah, man.
We won't.
Yeah,
We will not,
man.
I promise I will not talk about Lego or making the whole thing.
Yes.
Hey,
Or swinging the hips.
Hold on. That conversation is between you, me, my wife, and your wife. Well, your girlfriend, all right?
What?
Whoa.
Is this in a private
now we're going to have to talk about it.
Let's just keep that private, okay? Shall we, Maskedmayhem?
Yeah, okay. Keep your Lego to
Private
yourself.
conversation about Legos? What the hell are you doing?
If you know what I'm about in regards of Legos, I highly recommend you check out Respawn 7.
Yes.
Yeah.
Classic.
Anyway,
I was on there. Yes.
And you won, didn't you, Daz? You won.
Unfortunately,
You won.
yeah. I tried to lose as well. Goddamn Freeman. Honestly.
Yes. No, we need to do another one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, take care, gentlemen, and I will see you very soon.
All right. Cheers, Tommy, baby.
See you later.
Later, brother.
Later.
All right, let's get on to Stubbs' favourite thing at the moment.
Stubbs ain't here.
Oh, he's gone, hasn't he? Yeah, what's all this bullshit? What's all the bullshit with Gears 5 and smoking? You know what I mean? I don't see any issues with smoking in any movies or fucking TV shows. You know what I mean? And how many games have got smoking in it?
It was never in it before, though.
Metal Gear.
Actually, I think because Phoenix actually smoked a cigar in a couple of the other. Like, I think the original character of Marker Phoenix had a cigar.
Yeah, didn't Ferguson say he lost the battle on that one, but he always had that they weren't smoking cigarettes. He lost on that one. They needed it because it was supposed to be the engaging of the whole thing of them being veterans. You know, there's going to be a cigar somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, well, it takes the fucking piss. Look, if it's women on the front of game covers and now it's fucking smoking, I'm like, come on, man. You know, CreepPhreak, baby, what's your thoughts on this shit?
I think it's silly, but I would like to point out the hypocrisy in kind of the same situation. I live in California, and all they do is promote smoking weed here, or what is that stuff? CBD oil, or I don't know.
CBD oil.
Yeah, CBD oil, or and there's shops all over the place. But then you turn on the TV and there's anti-nicotine commercials. I'm like, what the fuck? Make up your minds. Which one is it? You know, I figure if you can't make your tax money off the cigarettes anymore, you might as well get it off that. I don't care personally. I don't give a shit. Whatever.
Yeah,
maybe
they should just vape. Get with the times.
Yeah, exactly. I just think it's it's just a bunch of people complaining.
Yeah, it's a lot of bullshit. What about you, Bass?
Sorry, what?
What?
What? Oh,
what?
You know what? I don't give a shit. It's either in it or it isn't. I do think it is silly. I think it's this whole, we've got to complain about everything now.
Exactly.
You can't have it or whatever. The fact with Gears, it's it'll be a PEGI 18 bloody game.
Exactly.
It's going to be for mature people. It doesn't matter if they turn around and go, it's influencing children to smoke. They shouldn't be fucking playing it in the first place.
Exactly.
But they may see it if they walk past. They still shouldn't be looking at it. But
yeah, you saw
it
people's heads in half, dude.
Yeah,
dude, you curb stomp. You curb stomping is okay, but smoking is a no.
Smoking,
exactly, dude.
Oh, what the fuck?
I just want to say, Daz.
Yeah.
Ready.
Yeah. Nice.
I was waiting for one. I'm drawing it.
What? Hey,
Did you just
actually,
say-
What?
yes. Right. Ready.
There are other
Ready.
soda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you. It's actually a can of Coke. I said
man.
Are you wussing out?
Nice.
No, I've only got one. I'm up early in the morning. You know.
Did you run out of beer, Des?
I only had one.
No, he said he won't
Wow.
gonna do it anymore because he got to work early.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Otherwise, I'll just carry on and carry
Wait,
on. I feel like
Guys,
shit
that
in the
hasn't
morning.
stopped you before.
No, but I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning, so like
Oh.
5. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Yeah. And I've got to be at the actual site for 6. So I like to get up in the morning and have a couple of coffees, mung out a bit before I actually leave the door. So I've got to be a good boy tonight.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, Jago, you're a smoker.
Get
Yeah,
after
I'm-
it, Jago.
I'm a look, man. I tell people I'm a realist because I am. If anybody, I mean, how do I put this nicely? How many fucking TV shows and movies do we watch or anything like that has all kinds of bad things in it? People getting shot, people getting stabbed, people shooting up heroin, and that's never made me go, I think I'll go shoot somebody today. Or for Christ's sake, let me go try that fucking heroin. That shit looks good. If normal people who are mentally stable, and I'll say this for kids too,
That's still out there.
as a kid, when I was playing Mortal Kombat, I didn't go to my buddy and rip his fucking head off like Sub-Zero, nor did I want to. So it doesn't bother me to see things like that in movies or anything we consume as consumers, like video games. I told my girl, I said, every goddamn character in any Gears game can be smoking all at the same fucking time, but that's not going to make me want to smoke anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or if I didn't smoke anyway, that wouldn't make me want to pick up smoking. It's peer pressure a lot of times around real people that get you to do stupid
Exactly.
shit.
That's why I started smoking when I was younger.
Me too. And getting in trouble, you're hanging out with the wrong crowd.
Exactly.
It's not playing a fucking video game because I understand it's not real. And that's what you have to tell your kids. Well, my parents didn't have to tell me that because I understand video games are video games, even as a kid. But nowadays, the kids are so stuck on social media a lot of times. What they see, even as young kids, they may not understand it. This is fake, whatever. So you kind of have to, with kids nowadays, like these people getting addicted to Fortnite, kids, and pissing on themselves because they want to go to the bathroom. That's issues. That's
I blame the
issues right
parents. I blame the parents.
There's a lot of weight on the parents. A lot of blame to be put on the parents for stupid shit like that. But nothing I ever see in movies, TVs, video games, because I understand it's not reality. Nothing like that would ever make me go do anything I see with the media I consume. Most time it's people or places you put yourself in with the bad people or wrong people or being on drugs, going and, doing dumb shit, because you're on drugs already or you're mentally unstable and you haven't had your medication.
I'm on my medication.
Fucking smoking in Gears 5 is not that big a deal. It's a big deal to talk about and stir shit up on Twitter. To flame the fanboy bullshit. That's all it is.
Yeah, but
like I said, Twitter's not real life, man.
No.
The internet's not real life. Look, we all have fake names here. I'm Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah,
UKDazarus.
I'm straight out of Killer Instinct.
Exactly. It's not real. It's not real.
I'm from the UK and my name's Daz, so I'm semi-legal.
Exactly.
But your head ain't on fire in real life, Daz.
Yeah, I'm not really the creep freak, man.
You're telling me I'm not from Nick? Really?
The only thing real is the amount of beer you drink.
Yeah, that is real, actually. Yeah, what about you, Centurion? Are you a smoker? Does this shit bother you, or do you think it should bother anyone else?
I don't smoke cigarettes. I did at one time, but my wife got me to quit. I grew up with a dad, and actually Mayhem kind of knows what I'm talking about. I'm actually dealing with my dad right now, who smoked for over 40 years. Yeah, he was in the hospital actually about 2 weeks ago. He's got emphysema, and he never quit smoking cigarettes when he was diagnosed. And nature's running its course. He now lives on the end of a 50-foot oxygen cord.
That sucks.
Damn.
So yeah, it's basically it's kicking his ass. He can't get up and move around because he can't breathe. His lungs are basically too swollen to support themselves at this point.
That doesn't go away, does it?
No, emphysema progressively gets worse. The only thing you can do is try to slow it by taking care of yourself, so that way it doesn't accept. But he was diagnosed a few years ago, and I mean, like, it's literally been kicking his ass because he stopped smoking cigarettes a year ago.
Oh, wow. Shit.
Yeah. So, but that's kind of like that's what's going actually hand in hand with what's going on here. I know why Xbox did this. There was 2 reasons behind it from what I've discovered. The one reason, Rod Ferguson put out a tweet that's actually going around stating that his father died when he was only 38 years old, when Rod Ferguson was only 4.
Yeah, when he was 4, I saw that.
Yeah, and basically smoking. I think he had a heart attack as a result of smoking cigarettes.
He did.
Or something
That's
like
what it said. He said it was a heart attack.
So, so there's obviously a personal reason with the person that's in charge of Gears 5. But before everybody thinks that Rod Ferguson is pushing his personal agenda, we all know that Xbox is wanting this to be more of an esports game.
Mm-hmm.
And the company that they're going, I forget who's in charge of this whole esports thing because it's on television. So they actually had in their list of guidelines for the game that they didn't want smoking and stuff in the game for them to be part of their esports platform. And so Microsoft obviously had to make that decision. And there's a lot of people I've been listening to on podcasts for some reason that are making a big deal out of it because they're like, oh, they should have stuck to their original vision, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, well, for starters, smoking is not part of the Gears vision. I could care less if they're smoking in the game or not. No, when I see somebody smoking, no, it doesn't make me want to light up.
Nope.
It's about cutting people's heads off.
Right?
But
at the same time, I like how people are starting to treat this whole situation like this is my game, my game, my game. It's like, dude, it's not your game. It's Microsoft's game. At the end of the day, they want to make money. They want to make this a franchise that's pretty worldwide. And so there's people that have rules to follow. And the funny part is, like, if you notice, there's no smoking on television. Like, you're not allowed to have cigarette commercials on television, at least out here in the state. Period. End of story. It's very
a long time ago.
Yeah. And then there's also rules out here when it comes to alcohol commercials. Yes, we have commercials for beer and hard liquor, but they're not allowed to be drinking the actual product on the television. They've even made jokes about that. Who was the guy in he played Doogie Howser? What was his name?
Oh, my God. That's
he was in Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Yeah.
He was in How I Met Your Mother as well.
Yeah, they had him doing a Heineken commercial, and it was a joke. He's like, I'm advertising this product, but according to them, I'm not allowed to physically drink this on camera. You see him lean off the camera and take a drink and come back into the camera view.
Oh, I remember that one.
Joke.
Patrick Neil Harrison, isn't it?
Yeah,
Neil Patrick Harrison.
Neil Patrick Harrison.
Yeah.
And it was a joke because he actually explained to people the law that they're not allowed to drink physically on television.
Nope.
Obviously, if it's in a movie or something, you don't know what's in the glass. That's how they get around it. But if you're physically
exactly.
advertising alcohol, you're not allowed to be drinking it on camera.
Well, I'm pretty screwed on Twitter and YouTube.
like a lot of times you saw the guys drinking in Game of Thrones. If anybody watched that, a lot of times they were drinking grape juice.
It was Starbucks
or
coffee,
Starbucks.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
or Starbucks. But a lot of times you've seen Tyrion carrying around a bottle of wine. A lot of times, most time it was grape juice.
Most of the time
But-
it is on set.
To put it into perspective, we all know how popular the Lord of the Rings series is. Not one time did anybody get all up in arms over Gandalf and his pipe.
No.
He was smoking the wizard's weed, wasn't he?
Exactly. They even refer to it as like pipe weed and all this other stuff. And hell, I
Yeah.
remember the scene with Radagast where he literally stuck his pipe in his mouth. He's like, breathe deep, breathe. Now hold it. And it's like, dude, what are you smoking that you got to hold it?
Yeah, but you got to remember. That was 19 years ago when that movie
Yeah.
came out.
Fucking
different-
hell. Really?
People
Yeah.
are crazy now.
Different,
You know?
different times then, Des.
Jesus Christ.
There's an entire different generation out.
Yeah.
People. And
Oh,
they're-
yeah.
God, it seems like fucking yesterday. Mind you, I did fall asleep within the first hour of each film. It's not one I could stay up and watch.
The internet wasn't as prevalent.
Yeah.
The
there was
climate
no social media.
The climate wasn't as volatile. Everybody
YouTube
wasn't-
didn't exist.
Yeah, totally different world in 2000.
Yeah. So I don't fucking give a shit either way. You know what I mean? If it's in the game, it's in the game. If it's not, it's not. It's no big deal. There's
Not a
plenty
big
other.
deal.
Go up on
Yeah,
on
there's
Twitter or
more
anything,
other-
it's just
there's
a waste of time.
Yeah, there's plenty of other fucking games that have got it in. What are they going to do? Take them off the store? You know?
Smoking cigarettes or smoking pipe or cigars in Gears of War is not going to be one of those big set pieces that's going to get you emotionally attached to the character.
No, it's just like
fucking-
anything else.
No,
Just like anything else on Twitter, it got fucking blown out of proportion.
when Dom dies in Gears 3, that was that.
Oh.
I was that fucked me up. But the fact that they won't smoking, what the
Yeah, Jago actually lit a fag up after that because he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like-
That
He
tune
poured
they
some-
use.
he poured a little out for him.
Yeah,
I say the tune they use for the Doms one in Gears 3 was it Heron Blue. That's the most depressing fucking song I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah,
But I loved it.
Up, dude. I saw it coming. I was like, no! Don't kill Dom!
No, he was my favorite.
Yeah. It's the same thing with people bitching about Kate being the lead protagonist in Gears 5. Don't get me wrong. I would prefer to play as Old Man Marcus. I don't know if you guys ever read the books, a book series called Drust the Legend. If you haven't, it's really good. Can't remember the author, but it's about a badass dude, like almost superhuman dude. That he even fights like in wars and kicks so much ass into like his 70s. So I would prefer to play as Marcus, but it's okay. I'm not going to cry about playing as Kate. You know what I'm saying? It's just a fucking game.
Fuck it. You know, right. Fucking another thing that's pissing me off because I was the victim of this the other day. I was I kicked the living shit out of someone on Mortal Kombat 11. Jago knows what I'm on about.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And he sent me a message. Oh, what did it fucking say? You suck. That was it. So I replied,
Tell
go
Paul
fuck
Spammer.
yourself. Yeah. I replied, go fuck yourself. And I got a 24-hour ban off the Microsoft enforcement. Now, a lot of it's like, what I'm trying to say is, us lot, if we're in a party chat, say, we'll go tell people to go fuck themselves, go fuck yourself, you wanker and all this sort of shit. You know what I mean? Just having a laugh.
Yeah.
You know, would they pick up on that if it was on the live stream as well as just a private message? You know, do you think the enforcement is too fucking?
If they did, you might as well just stop using it.
Yeah. Do you think it's too
Use
strict?
Discord.
Because at the end of the day, he come to me first, and you know what I mean. And I just told him to go fuck himself. No big deal.
Yeah, Daz was like, I wish I could show you. My Daz, I think the battles or the fights are recorded, and I knew I'd seen it. Dad's like, oh yeah, nice.
Yes, I made a video out of it.
Yeah.
The spam song.
Yeah, the spam song. Spam. Yeah. Well, be careful. We're going to get a fucking strike on this now.
Oh,
yeah.
That was just spam. But it takes the fucking piss. If people can't fucking have a bit of sense of humour and just report you for shit like that, there's something fucking wrong.
The point of the matter is, he shouldn't have came at you just because he forgot to spam the fucking block button. Period, Dad.
Yeah, it's not my fault. He was shit. You know what I mean?
He was having a bad day. Something else was bothering him.
I don't know, but still, just to report someone for that.
He was actually 12.
Yeah, probably.
He got his feelings hurt.
No, that's all it was.
It's like I said, it's like in a game like Mortal Kombat or whatever, for any fighting game, the moves are there to spam, to win. You know what I mean? It's no different.
I watched I told you, I commented, I watched your fight. I didn't see anything wrong with the way you played, honestly.
No, if you're Scorpion, you're going to fucking teleport, aren't you? You know what I mean? It's fucking stupid. But anyway, what do you think about the fucking Microsoft enforcement? Is it too strict or what? Do you reckon? Fucking jeepers.
Well, I'm not a very politically correct person. I think everything's a little too strict. But that's just my mentality. It's gotten me into a lot of trouble since I was a kid.
Yeah.
But in the end, there's nothing you can do about it. And I fuck it. I just want a game.
Yeah, fair enough. But if someone sent you a message like that and you said to them, go fuck yourself, and you got banned, you know what I mean?
It would piss me the fuck off.
Yeah.
And I'd be pissed for a few days, and then I'd get over it, and I'd be fine.
I actually found it funny, but
it would piss me off. I'd be pissed, and I'd fucking yell and whine, complain.
You try and find out where he lives.
Yeah,
go around and knock him the
exactly.
fuck out. Yeah.
No, not that extreme, but my family would get an earful, and my friends.
Yeah. Fair enough. What about you?
They tell me to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That was shut the fuck up was.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What about you, Mass? Do you think it's fucking stupid or?
Well, I've got to be very careful, I don't want to lose my Xbox ambassador status. But no, it is stupid. I think it's this whole pushing of we've got to get rid of toxicity within the Xbox brand, and we don't want it shit. But the ruling on the swearing and stuff they have on the actual ambassador's site as well under Discord. You can get popped just for putting something on there as well. I think it's stupid. I think it's absolutely stupid because people are going to just take the piss with it. They're just going to like, oh my god, he was rude to me. It's bullying. I'm going to report him, and then Xbox go, fuck you, you're off for 24 hours, or fuck you, you're banned for life, or whatever. It's over the top, and that's where people take advantage of it. So it might be this whole, we've got to get rid of toxicity because everyone's experienced something sometime in their life. It's just, get the fuck over it. You're in a chat. You're going to get people who are dicks. Like if you go into COD or you go into Battlefield, mute the motherfucker and just carry on.
Exactly.
Playing. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's like listen to when you on the online match in Titanfall, Battlefield, whatever, and you can hear them all, especially Forza. They're a nightmare for it. You're fucking using the N word all the time. You fucking and all this sort of shit. You know what I mean? Go eat your fucking fat Big McDonald's and all this sort of shit. You fucking wanker and all this crap. I'm like, what the fuck? So surely that's more serious than a fucking message.
Don't get to the point where you can't say anything, and it's going to get to the point you can't say anything. Even if you don't say anything, you don't get to the point. Just because, perfect example, you Dad, you beat that guy. He got salty. He could say you said whatever to him if they're not careful. If it keeps going in this way, he could lie and said you said something or whatever.
Good point.
And then you could get banned from all your digital games, all your content, period. And then you're just screwed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Then I'd be like Creeper. Then I'd be pissed off. I've lost all my games.
That is my only concern with going digital. Right there is losing all my games.
It's Microsoft trying to babysit us. Look, bitch, I'll be 42 this year. I don't need babysitting. You know what I'm saying? If you want to protect the kids, fine. Look at them. Find out. Make sure everybody lies about their age. Well, a lot of people do, especially kids. But if you want to focus on somebody to protect online, make sure it's children. I don't need to be protected. I don't need a babysitter. You know what I'm saying? But if I if you get banned for what, Dad shouldn't have got banned for that. But it's going to be to the point where you could get banned for nothing. As sensitive as some of these assholes are in 2019 and how volatile the climate is, and here and other places. And if you get banned for really doing nothing, you lose all your access to your content, hundreds of games or thousands of games forever. Yeah, I'd be salty as a motherfucker.
Dude, if that happened to me, I'd say, fuck it, I quit gaming.
I would be mad.
Brings it back to buying retail and buying plastic again.
Exactly. I'll just go retro, all retro gaming. Fuck it. There's still thousands and thousands of games to play.
I've said that. I mean, if modern consoles disappear, like if the next gen is the last gen, I'll go retro. I'll be collecting retro consoles like a motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
It's like, if you look at the information, they've got it all logged. If you've got a fucking a credit card, a bank account on your actual fucking profile, that's proof of age as well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sort of thing. So
no, these kids are crazy. They're charging hundreds of dollars on their parents' fucking Fortnite.
Well, that's down to the parents, not fucking.
That's what I'm saying. How are their parents letting them get away with this? If that shit happened, I wouldn't beat the crap, but he'd get an ass whooping in one way or another. Yeah, different type of beating.
Different time, Creeper. I not once did I ever have any of my parents' credit cards when I was a kid.
No, neither did I.
I couldn't get a hold of
my dad would have beat the snot out of me if I didn't even whip towards his wallet. Yeah,
I got the snot beat out of me when I was a kid, but it was a different time, you know.
Like, boy, what you doing? What you in my wallet for? I'm about to beat the hell out of you.
And it was with a belt, and he did that thing where you snapped it. Bam, bam. It's like you knew you were gonna get beat.
Yeah, well, he holds the belt. He folds the belt over, holds it on each end, and like that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, here comes.
Yeah, that's another thing that's fucking wrong these days. You know, we can get away with it because you can't do that shit anymore. You know, but
yeah. Now you can't whip your kids, or somebody will call the child services on you or whatever, or call their nearest teacher and say, "My dad."
That's why I just laugh at you these days. You know?
Like, what the fuck? I can't even whoop my kid for misbehaving, and now I'm beating him. Nah, man, get out of here. I put my kids in timeout. Timeout don't do shit if you're sending them to their room and they got a PC, they got console. Thanks, Dad.
Send them to the shed.
Yeah. The shed cast.
Everybody needs a shed, man.
Yes, that is right. Yes.
When your kids misbehave, just send them to the shed, Dad.
No, it's my shed.
It's my shed. Stay the fuck out of my shed.
It's just the world we live in now, guys. You know it is. 2019. That's all it is. That's all I got to say.
It just seems so insane to me.
It is
so different from what I experienced as a kid. That's
me too.
Yeah, well, what about you, Centurion, bro? What's your thoughts on the fucking Microsoft enforcement? Is it too strict? Are they taking the piss or what?
Oh, I'm kind of on the fence a little bit, purely because I do like the idea of, I've played on PlayStation, I've played on Xbox, and Xbox is obviously more heavily policed than PlayStation. Mm-hmm. And PlayStation, it was just so toxic that, I remember the last time I played online on PlayStation, I had somebody from over, and we won't name a country, call me an American pig. Whoa. About that time, I was like, all right, this is ridiculous. I'm just going to go and play on Xbox, where people can be a little bit more civil at times because of the policing. So I could see on that aspect of, I like the idea of being able to have a kid, sit them down in front of an Xbox and know that they can play online. And if somebody starts doing some stupid stuff, technically you could, help alleviate a lot of what they'll be exposed to. Mm-hmm. But that being said, you should have two kinds of chat. You should have, if the console is for somebody that's under 18 years old, there should be like a very policed chat, and then there should be just a straight adult oriented chat to a point. So that way, you know, basically when you go into this chat or whatever, or when you click that I want to be in these kinds of chats, you'll get that disclaimer that says that, you know, you'll be exposed to people that are allowed to freely speak and this, that, and the other to a point. Like, obviously they can't be so toxic. Because I have, what were you going to say?
I said 17 and under chat, and then an adult chat, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then because I have a friend, I play Rainbow Six Siege here and there with some friends, and that is a very toxic game at times.
Yeah.
I've gotten some straight messages that are just like, you know, oh my God, it's funny. I have one friend that got banned for, I think it was a full week from Rainbow Six. He got banned by Rainbow Six, and he got banned by Microsoft.
Forever?
No, he got banned for a time. I think it was like a week or two.
He got double fucked.
Because he told the guy to go drink bleach. That was the message. It said, "Go drink bleach."
Oh my
and
God.
that right there, you know, it's kind of funny. So, yeah, he'd even use a cuss word. He actually just basically insinuated for somebody to go kill themselves, which they took really serious.
Oh my God.
And but I will definitely say the guys that are getting their accounts taken from them are obviously straight habitual offenders. Like, you know, can't watch them, can't really watch what they're saying, can't act like an adult. You know, it is what it is. You got to kind of be an adult in this world, regardless of, you know, how you feel about it sometimes. Like, there's times I want to tell my boss at work to go jump, but I can't. I need to pay my bills.
Yeah. You like money, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. So, but at the same time, when you give too much power, you know, or whatever, it could sometimes take a turn for the worst.
Yep.
You know, look at a lot of world governments, almost every world, you know, when you give them an inch, they take a mile. But what Creeper was saying about, like, if people lied, I will at least give Microsoft credit in the fact that they have already come out and told everybody that whether it's party chat, open chat, any kind of chat, even the messages, it's all recorded. So if you try to go in and lie to Microsoft and say, hey, this person said this, that, and the other, they're going to go back and actually listen to the chat before they probably make that decision, or, you know, or before they fully ban somebody. They're just going to go listen to the chat real quick to see if it was even said.
Damn creeper, bro. We're going to have to fucking stop them sexual DM messages now. if they're recording all this shit, we're going to stop that crap. You know what I mean?
Done.
But at least Microsoft is open about the fact that they're monitoring this stuff. They're not trying to sweep it under the rug and be like, "Oh, we don't listen to you."
Yeah,
but I mean, like, what happens if you like you're chatting with your friends or whatever, and if and when, because I think it more be a when, suddenly you just get banned because they did a random check on some shit, heard what you said, and said, yeah, you were being crude or rude, or you said something in a chat amongst friends, and you're banned for a week.
I think they base it off of the fact that you need to have a complaint. Right. Because I live in party chat. I've played online with Dealer and Zocker and all them, and things those guys each other is funny as hell, and get anybody banned in a freaking second if you were to say some of that stuff to a random person. So but yeah, how about this? I don't want it to turn into what YouTube is doing, where instead of having people being involved in this whole banning process, they just leave it up to an algorithm.
Because you'd be fucked full stop then.
Yeah, because the minute you drop any kind of a cuss word, all of a sudden the algorithm's listening.
That's where I was. That's kind of where I was going with it. Mask is what you were saying. If you let them turn too much into a police state, they might go to the point where you're in your party chat with friends, and then they ban you because you're just bullshitting with your friends in a party chat. You know what I'm saying? That's where I was going with it.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
At this point, it looks like they're only really investigating things, because let's really look at it. There's millions of people that use Xbox Live. So for them to be listening to everybody constantly, that would require an algorithm of some sorts to actually even pick up on some of that stuff. I think they really look for people to complain about it. And the minute they get that complaint, hey, it's a flag, you know, we need to investigate this real quick. And I think that's where they're at least approaching it from right now, is they just wait for people to complain.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they stay that way. I mean, look at you know, Alexa and Google Home. That shit is record. Unless you turn it off, that shit is recording you 24/7.
Yeah, I unplugged my shit a long time ago. I
get my Echo turned around. Well, I call it Echo. It's probably set off now. But yeah, I've got my Alexa on constantly, and it's just like I'm playing a game, I'm talking to someone party chat, and suddenly the bitch wakes up behind me and says, "I don't understand." Or
yeah,
we're playing a game. It's just, what the fuck?
I'm sorry, Alexa can't do that. Well,
I wasn't talking to you, whore.
Mine does that too, man. She'll be like, "I didn't understand the question." I'm like, "Bitch, I didn't ask you shit."
I've done it once before. I turned around. I got really annoyed with her, and turned around and said, "Alexa, you're a fucking bitch. Leave me the fuck alone." And then I turned around and asked her something, and I didn't get a response for a whole 15 minutes.
Oh, she's not listening.
You've been banned from the Alexa.
I was like, shit, that actually works.
But let's look at it like this way. Remember when the Xbox One came out with the Kinetic on it, and all those complaints and articles about how Xbox is going to be monitoring you in your house, they're watching you, this, that, and the other, big brother, they're needing privacy, and then all of a sudden everybody's like, "Oh wait, I need to go buy an Alexa."
Yeah. I just don't want to end up in the future that was Demolition Man. If you remember how fucked up police that scenario was.
Would you be able to
drop an F-bomb? You get a ticket that comes out of the wall.
I don't want all my fast food restaurants to be goddamn Taco Bell.
Oh my God, he's taking them to Taco Bell.
I want to know what the 3 seashells are for, you know?
I want to know what Dreadpool's on about.
And then
it's National Nude Day.
Does that mean we've got to go on camera?
That ain't happening.
No, I ain't fucking happening, Dreadpool.
The best part of Demolition Man was the Underground with Dennis Leary, where he explains the future and what it is. He basically ends up saying the future is a 47-year-old virgin drinking a banana broccoli shake, sitting in his underwear or some shit. I'm like, oh my God.
And the rat burgers, man.
Yeah. If you let corporations or governments get too much control, that's a scenario you may end up with. And that's what scares me when you give people or things or places or corporations or something like that too much control. Like I said, that's why I said I don't need a babysitter. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all fucking bollocks, isn't it?
And when you want to bone a chick, you really want to bone a chick, you know, not that stupid little device they put on their head.
We're gonna have sex. He's like, I'm ready. She's like, put this on your head. He's like, all right. And they're like, oh. He's like, what the fuck was that? We just had sex. What the fuck?
That wasn't sex.
What about the what they call it? Well, I can't remember the what he was using. And he's like the hunka chunka, the mambo. He's like, oh, the transference of bodily fluids. That's nasty. Get out.
The onka chonka. That's my new name for my Tallywhacker.
It's in Demolition Man. They had to go watch it. Love that movie.
That was a great movie.
It was for its time, dude. So good.
The onka chonka.
Oh, he used a bunch of different. I can't remember. He used a bunch of different things to describe sex. I can't remember half of them.
Wild Watusi, the horizontal mambo.
Tallywhacker.
The Tallywhacker.
Yeah,
that's from Porky's, man. That's not from the Tallywhacker. That's from Porky's.
It's like when he crashed the police car and all that foam comes out.
I don't know how we've gone from Microsoft enforcements to Tallywhacker.
He gets out of the car. He goes, "Why did my car turn into a goddamn cannoli?"
Somehow it always turns into somebody's penis, dude.
Yeah. It's always subs you're not here at the moment. You know? All right, fuck it, guys. Yeah, fuck it, guys. We'll wrap it up on that. You know what I mean?
I gotta go eat dinner anyway.
Sure, that's what you're eating, Jago. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right, cool. All right, cheers everyone in chat. Much appreciated. Pillbox, who's popped in recently. Dreadpool, who wants to see us nude for some reason.
No, no. Don't condone that.
Yeah, she's now was here, Indie Baby still here. Yeah, I probably missed a few people, but I don't fucking can't scroll all the way through the chat. But anyway, yeah, that was my first time. Oh, and Andy Mack as well. Yeah, that was my first time hosting the BG4G Hubcast. So
It won't be the last.
You did a great job. Yeah,
thank you. You know what I mean? I'm not the most natural podcaster, but I'm just myself. You know what I mean? So there you go. Yeah, good times. Let's get on with the outros. All right, Masky baby. Tell everyone where they can find you, bro.
Hello, I'm Chris O'Regan, and you can find me on the Sausage Factory. No, Masked Mayhem, you can find me on YouTube, you can find me on Twitter, and you can find me on the BG4G Hub. So www.bg4ghub.com. Thank you very much.
Nice. Creepy baby. Let the peeps know where they can find you, bro.
You can find me on Twitter at CreepPhreak, and the freak is PH.
Yes.
And you can find me on you can find me on Xbox Live, same CreepPhreak, and the freak is PH. And I just want to say it was nice podcasting with Mask and Centurion.
Yeah,
yes.
Nice to meet you for the first time.
Be on with you guys.
And it won't be the last.
Good times, yeah.
Oh, sweet. Jago, baby. Apart from the bottom of the pit, where can we find you, bro?
You can find me on Twitter and Xbox Live at JagoKuken. You can also find me on PlayStation at Tuscany34 because I don't trust Sony to change my gamer tag over there. So anyway, you can find me on the DAZCAST, Random Stinking Corpse Cast, and Retro Renegades every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. But yeah, good to get a chance to podcast with Centurion and Masked Mayhem, dude. Nice to finally actually talk to you guys.
Yeah,
awesome. Hopefully, I'll be able to get on Retro Renegades soon. I'll book a day off. I ain't got a lot of holidays left, so but I'll try and get around to it. Yeah, I know. I'm missing it. You know what I mean?
I'm actually wearing a retro T-shirt right now.
Nice.
I need to get one of those. I got my sticker.
Yeah, Mom. Let's get some DAZCAST merch as well. You know.
Yeah, that's next.
Sweet. Awesome. All right, Centurion, bro. Cheers for coming on. It's been a pleasure to talk to you for the first time. Let everyone know where they can find you, bro.
All right. No, thank you for having me here. And I just had a thought. Sorry to ADD it, but does anybody realize that PlayStation is technically a gambling machine? You got to take a gamble on changing your gamer tag. You got to take a gamble with your credit card information.
DAZCAST doesn't condone gambling, by the way.
Right. But no, you can find me on YouTube at Centurion1307. Same on Twitter. I hang out on the BG4G Hub site too with Masked Mayhem, creating content on there. And I also run my own website, legionofgamer.com. And I'm also podcasting. I'm all over the place. I'm on Saltiest Gaming. I'm on the Shop podcast with PTK Blam, and here with you guys. It's actually fun. I love chat. I knew this was going to be fun when I was like, oh, Daz is going to be there. This is going to be like hanging out with the guys.
Always.
It's a good job it wasn't DAZCAST, otherwise I'd be slurring by now. You know what I mean? You'd be like, what's he fucking asking me?
Hey, this was mild, man. So
this was mild.
Yeah, mild. Yeah, it's early. You know, but
we didn't get too wild.
A lot more.
Yes,
Mask got his Retro Renegades shirt.
Yeah, I thought that.
I wasn't lying.
Awesome. Yeah, man.
Look,
cool. Yeah.
Is Invader here?
Is it just come in?
Yeah. Damn, we're fixing to hang
the show.
He said he was going to drop in at the tail end.
Yes.
Hey,
Vader,
guys,
baby. All right, Vader, baby. We're about to end the show. We're doing outros.
Sorry, guys. I had to work. I didn't realize that it was happening earlier than what I thought.
It's all cool. It's all cool, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're just fucking doing outros.
All right, then. Do your thing.
All right. Vader, baby, where can we find you, bro?
It's okay, guys. You can pass me.
You might as well tell everyone where they can find you while you're here.
All right. You can find me on Twitter, Invader_1986, TXR podcast, which will be firing up in the near future again after a summer hiatus. And also, you can find me on YouTube, Invader Gaming. And yeah, thanks for letting me jump in for a minute here, guys.
Yes.
Sorry I couldn't come earlier.
Great conversation, Vader, bro. Loved every minute of it. It was fucking awesome. Yeah.
I know. I loved it when you were talking about beer and like, you know.
I loved Invader's opinions on all the subjects today. He had some really good points.
Yes. Top notch. Absolutely fantastic, man.
Why, thank you, good sirs.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll have to get you on the DAZCAST at some point, Centurion. You know that, don't you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I will. You could see my time constraints. You know, it's just like 1 o'clock in the afternoon here.
Yeah, it'd be fucking. You're Eastern, aren't you?
Huh?
Are you Eastern?
I'm
Western.
Pacific time.
Oh,
yeah, I'm on the West Coast. I'm Pacific time.
Pacific confuses the fuck out of me, but yeah.
Hey, I'm from a state that does not support daylight savings time, so we are on Arizona time.
I'm still confused. I don't know what that is either. You know, I just stick with Eastern then when I know where I fucking am because they're 5 hours behind me. I'm good.
Yeah, Eastern time is always 3 hours ahead of me.
Ah, there you go then. That's all right. Cool. Right. On that note, peeps, Masky baby. You know what I mean? We'll get the fucking show ended. And until next time, you know what to do. Game on.
Bye-bye.